Do you ever go in spurts of cleaning like a madwoman? Maybe it is deep cleaning every room in your home and then finding yourself burned out and exhausted by the end of it. And then you feel like you've done enough and you can't do anymore and you stop cleaning for a while because there isn't time to keep up with everything that you feel like needs to be done. So you then let things go and everything seems to start falling apart around you. The messes start piling up, the counters start getting cluttered again, the dog starts tracking dirt in, and the floor just becomes disgusting. The laundry starts heaping out of the baskets. It just goes on until you just can't take it anymore. And you manage to get one of those bursts of energy again, and you go on your deep cleaning spree just to repeat the whole process over. So, if you feel like this or if you resonate with this, you are going to love this episode because we are going to be talking about 4 home cleaning tips to help you prevent this up and down cleaning cycle so that you can actually maintain a consistent routine that helps you keep a tidy home without the stress of all these highs and lows. Are you ready to stop the chaos, the stress, the overwhelm that's filling your life? I'm Renee Matt, and together you and I are going to build simple routines that are going to change your life. When you put these habits into practice, you're going to be able to organize your life in a way where you can be there for your family, pay off your debt, save money, your house can stay organized, you don't have to stress about what's for dinner, and you still get time for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to the Routine Advantage podcast. Having that up and down cycle of going in these bursts of just cleaning everything and then being too tired to think about cleaning and then having to take all day Saturday cleaning and catching up on laundry because I was just too tired to do it through the week is how the whole Daily 7 home routine was created. Like that is why I started doing that is because I realized this cycle that I would put myself through. And when I started doing the Daily 7 home routine, it kind of became a natural thing. And then once I realized what I was doing, I kind of honed it in a little bit more. And now that I have been practicing this, gosh, it's probably been close to 2 years if I had to sit and think about it. Don't quote me on that, but it's probably been close to 2 years that I've been doing this Daily 7 home routine, and I still love it. And it has changed the game for my habits and how I maintain a tidy home. I won't say it's like clean all the time because that's just not realistic, but I would say that it is tidy 98% of the time until I do my routine. And if we have, random company stop over, I'm not going to be embarrassed. Where before I started doing this Daily 7 home routine, if we had found out somebody was just randomly stopping over or surprised us, I would have been total panic mode because I would have just gone in this cleaning frenzy, just trying to get the house presentable, where I never have to worry about that anymore. And I know that this is only due to having the Daily 7 home routine in place. And if you have not done that yet, I'm going to give you a couple of other tips to go along with that that will help you not have this cycle if you're feeling how I felt before this was implemented. So, of course, the first tip I have to give you is to create your Daily 7 home routine. And if you are new to the show, welcome, first of all. But if you are new to the show, I want you to go back and I want you to listen to episodes 5 and 23 because those will help you a ton. Episode 5 will talk about going through and actually building your Daily 7 home routine. And then episode 23, I will actually walk you through my personal Daily 7 home routine. And if you aren't sure where to start, you can totally just copy mine and start from there and then test it and tweak it and see how it works for you. But that will help give you that baseline of what it really is and how it works for me. And the other thing is if 7 things sounds like too much, you can definitely start with less. You could start with like 3 to 5. And what it's talking about, if you haven't gone back and listened to those episodes already, basically what you're doing is you are taking a big list of your brainstormed list of all the things that you do in your home, and you pare down and you pick out 7 of the most important tasks that are important to you for your home. Like, what are the things that you think are the most important to have done each day to help you feel like your home is presentable and feeling like home? You want to be in a clean home. So, what are those 7 most important things? And then you build this routine in a specific order, and you have a trigger task to launch you into your routine, and then you repeat it every day, or whatever works for you. If it's only weekdays, or maybe it's every other day, maybe it's just Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, if that works for you. But you have to work it around your life. I call it the daily 7 home routine because my goal is to do it every day of the week. I typically don't do it on weekends, but sometimes I do. But my goal is to do it every day of the week. And am I perfect? No, I'm not. But I have it planned in there, and if I start feeling overwhelmed with housework or just everything going on in our lives, I know that if I do my trigger task and I just go into my daily 7 home routine, how I have built it, I know I can reset my whole focus and my home in 20 to 30 minutes, and I can feel so much better. And that is only because I have built the routine strategically on what works best for me and how it works time-wise too to be the most efficient. So that is by far the easiest way to stay consistent with a routine, is to not just be doing random things or getting distracted and doing, all these different things at a time. You could find yourself cleaning for 4 hours and feeling like you haven't gotten anywhere. So, having that routine is going to be something that makes a huge difference for you. The second tip is to, whatever you're doing, make it easier for yourself. A couple of the big things that work really well for me is to have 10-minute trash or donation hunts. And this is usually, it's like once a week or once every couple weeks. Maybe it's even just, once a month. It just depends on the timing, but it's literally just doing exactly what it says. You set the timer for 10 minutes, and then you find as much as you possibly can to either get rid of and throw in the trash or recycle or whatever you need to do, or it is looking for as much as you can to donate and get it out of your house. It's just like a declutter hack that works really well and is actually kind of fun. You can grab a box or a bag and just fill it as much as you can in 10 minutes. It is really helpful and it's enjoyable. The other thing I like doing to make it easy for myself is to put cleaning products in convenient locations. Now, we have space in our cupboards to have a cleaning supply in both of the bathrooms and the kitchen. And the reason I do this is because I know for myself, I'm much more likely to stick to my cleaning routine if I know that I can go into the bathroom and I can just immediately clean it while I'm in there, while I'm thinking about it in my routine, and so that I don't have to haul cleaners along with me for my daily 7 home routine. I can just do it all right there. All the cleaners are put away there, and then I go. Or if you don't have the space for this, then you could do a cleaning bucket and just have all of your supplies in there. And then you start at one end of your home and you work your way through, and you just do those 7 routines and just carry your cleaners along with you. That is totally fine. So, some of the things that I do is I also keep the cleaning products that I use very simple. I don't have a gazillion different types of products because I don't need them and it's just more clutter. So it would be like for me, I would have, an all-purpose cleaner, a tub and tile cleaner, a window and glass cleaner, and then a stack of reusable, like washable microfiber cloths. And in the kitchen, you also want obviously like a disinfectant or something like that if it's not part of your all purpose cleaner. And same with the bathroom. So if you don't have a disinfectant within your all purpose cleaner, then maybe that's something to think about there. But to keep it very minimal on how many cleaners you have, you don't need a bucket full of, 10, 12 different cleaners. Um, the third tip for you is once you have your daily 7 home routine, only choose 3 to 5 priority tasks that are outside of this routine for the week. And what I mean by this is if you have a whole big list of things that you need to get done, it is super overwhelming and it might stop you in your tracks because you kind of have that like freeze mode where it is so much to do that you just don't even know where to begin. And then you start feeling overwhelmed and then you start feeling behind because you just haven't done anything. And what is really helpful is if you could brainstorm your whole list of things to do. Absolutely. Go ahead and do that. But when it comes to actually planning your week, plan out your week and have your daily 7 home routine plugged in. But outside of that, if there's things you need to do, like maybe you need to deep clean something, maybe you need to, like wash all the windows in your home, maybe you need to go do something in the garden, whatever it is, have only 3 to 5 for the week and have those planned. Now, if you get those done, can you do more for the week? Yes, you can. It's your life. Do what you need to do. But if you find yourself feeling overwhelmed and not accomplishing anything, start with just the 3 to 5 that are your biggest priority. Because what happens is if we simplify our process, we're much more likely to keep up with it and we're actually able to accomplish it without feeling overwhelmed. And what if you have 3 to 5 and you are able to get through these and you actually kind of hammer them out by Tuesday or Wednesday? It's like, okay, I've got those accomplished. I did the 3 to 5 priorities for the week. Now, at that point, you're either done for the week and you just plan for the next week to see what you're accomplishing next. Or if you do have some extra time, go back to your list and pull, another 2 to 3 and get those done. And if you get those done, then you can pull more. So when I say 3 to 5 priority tasks for the week, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't accomplish more than that. But what I'm saying is you have to give yourself 3 to 5 so that you can focus on those and get them completed without getting overwhelmed. And then at that time, decide if you want to do more, but at least you will get the 3 to 5 done. It's super helpful when you are doing it this way so that you can keep that consistency without getting stressed and overwhelmed with everything that is happening. So that one I love doing, and that has been super helpful for me to actually feel productive and get things done without feeling like I'm just trying to tackle too much. The fourth tip I have for you is when you build your daily 7 home routine, to try to stick to the same time to complete it each day if you can. Now, this is kind of like time of day is what I'm referring to. So if it works really well for you to do your daily 7 home routine, at 4 p.m. every day, try to stick to it at 4 p.m. every day. If it works at 10 a.m., try to stick to it at 10 a.m. If you can't stick to it every at the same time every day, you can adjust it, but make sure you're actually planning when you're trying to accomplish that. So then when as like the day is going on and that time comes in, you know that that is your kickstart and you're just going to go straight into your daily 7 home routine. And it should only take you 20 to 30 minutes. It should not take you more than 30 minutes. That's the benefit of having this routine is if it's taking you longer than that, then something needs to be tweaked. And whether it is, reducing the amount of tasks you're doing, maybe it is rearranging the tasks so that they are more efficient and they flow smoother. Or maybe you're even getting distracted and spending too much time, and you actually just need to get some more focus and go a lot faster. Because I tend to be much better at sticking to my routine if I go through it as fast as I possibly can, because it keeps me really focused and I can get it done in a shorter amount of time, which helps me to actually do it each day so that I don't feel like it takes up so much time in my day. It is quick, it is easy, and it keeps my home feeling tidy and feeling like it's a home that I can just relax in. So that is super helpful for me. I hope these help you so that you can stop feeling overwhelmed and you can stop that up and down cycle of going in these big cleaning spurts and then just letting your house fall apart in between until you get that boost of energy again. That is no fun, and this is a much better way to do it, and you'll feel better, your home will feel better, your family will feel better, and it's actually a lot less work. So, a quick recap for you of those 4 tips is number 1, create your daily 7 home routine. And if you need to, don't start with 7. Start with 3 to 5 if you need to, and then just work your way up to 7. But it's really important to not go over 7 for this specific routine because then it gets too long and it's hard to maintain consistency. So pick those 7. And like I said, episodes 5 and 23 will help you if you need help with that. Number 2 is to make it easy for yourself. Whatever it is, make it easy. If you need to do those 10-minute, trash and donation hunts, maybe you need to simplify your cleaning supplies, maybe you need to simplify where those things are stored. Maybe you need to clean out a closet so that you have a space that makes you feel good to keep up with this routine. Whatever you need to do, make it easy on yourself. Number 3, if you're doing additional tasks for your home, only choose 3 to 5 priority tasks that are outside of your daily 7 home routine each week and make sure you're accomplishing those before you add anything else to it. But if you only get the 3 to 5 done, you're doing well. And then number 4 is try to stick to the same time to complete your daily 7 home routine if you can. So that is it for today. If you have been listening to the show and loving the show, I would love to hear from you. If you want to pop on whatever podcast app you are using to leave me a review, I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear, if you have been using any of the routines that I talk about here on the show and how it's impacted you. And I read every single one and I just love it. Love hearing them. It puts a smile on my face every time. And you can also leave an audio message on speakpipe.com/the routine advantage podcast. You can actually leave me an audio message right on there if you prefer more of the audio versus typing everything out. So that is it for today, and I will see you back here on Monday. Did you love that episode or learn something useful? If so, would you do me a huge favor? My goal is to grow this podcast and help as many women as I can break free from the overwhelm so they can truly enjoy their life. The best way for me to do this is for you to leave a 5-star written review on your podcast app and to share this episode with a friend or in your Instagram stories. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.